Hey, what is going on, Guardians? My name is TheBlackLink, and today has been an insane day for the world of Destiny 2. Update 2.0 has dropped, the game has radically changed, we got roadmaps for future content, all kinds of insane things happening today. But the news just doesn't quit. If you've been playing around with the 2.0 environment, you'll know that a lot of things are working radically different. Some things are a little bit broken. Hand cannons on PC have a bit of an issue right now. It looks like Bungie might have made an oops and borked the way hand cannon recoil works. Tethers are kind of acting sort of wonky, and of course the database has been updated, and whenever that happens we get ourselves a great look at some of the stuff that's going to be coming in the future, including brand new exotic weapons, armors, perks, and all kinds of things. And that's the sort of thing we're going to be covering in today's video. Thanks to that database update, we have gotten some pretty spoilerific looks at some of the exotic weapons and armor we're going to be getting in Forsaken, and some of them just might surprise you. So, over the course of this video, we're going to go through some of the brand new exotics that have been added to the database. We're going to cover what their perks and special abilities are, and in some cases, how you might be getting your hands on them. Now, it goes without saying, this video delves pretty heavily into spoiler territory. If you don't want to be spoiled on any of the incoming exotics, you might want to tune out of this one right now. But let's go ahead and dive on in. So, you can go to any one of the big Destiny database mining websites out there and really kind of get through some of the incoming Forsaken stuff. As usual, we'll be heading over to light.gg. They have it in a nice, clear, concise manner where you can just kind of go in, inspect all of the new exotics and see some stuff like that. I'll leave a link to this database website down in the description box below if you want to check it out yourself. But alright, let's start going through some of these brand new exotic weapons. First things first, of course, we've got the Cerberus +1. This is that quad barrel exotic auto rifle we've already seen plenty of in the past. It's got the special ability Four-Headed Dog, where it shoots erratic bullets from all gun barrels at the same time. And it's got the special trait Spread Shot Package, where aiming this weapon reduces the spread of its projectiles. You can also see the weapon's stats and whatnot down there. And at the bottom of the page, it shows that you can get this weapon out of exotic engrams, meaning it's probably not going to be tied to any exotic quest moving forward. Alright, moving on, next up is of course the exotic hand cannon, the Ace of Spades. We already know some of the perks coming on this. It's got Memento Mori. Reloading after a kill loads the magazine with a few extra damaging bullets, grants radar while aiming down sights. And of course it comes with the classic Firefly perk, where precision kills with this weapon increase reload speed and cause the target to explode, dealing solar damage to all nearby enemies. Kind of an interesting change for Firefly there. It's getting a little bit of the Outlaw perk mixed in with the elemental explosion damage on precision kills. Definitely a worthwhile change. And based on the related vendors at the bottom, you'll be getting this from a quest involving Banshee 44. Finally, of course, this is going to be getting the Last Hand exotic weapon ornament that you can get as a pre-order bonus for Forsaken right now. Next up, we have got a blast from the past in the Chaperone. That's right, that old exotic shotgun from the Taken King is coming back. And it's got its precision slug ability of old. It fires a single slug precision round, and it's got the Roadborne perk as well, where precision kills briefly grant bonus handling, range, and precision damage with this weapon. The Chaperone was always a shotgun that was focused on landing precise shots on enemy domes, and it looks like that synergy is going to be continued on with the Chaperone in D2. This time around, it's going to have an ornament titled the Guardian Angel, and based on the related vendors at the bottom, it's probably going to be a questline involving Amanda Holiday, just like it was back in the Taken King. Moving on from there is another surprise return. The Lord of Wolves is coming back. That's right, by this right alone do I rule. That old school burst shotgun is coming back, and it's got the shrapnel launcher perk, where it fires a powerful short-range burst of solar damage. And also it's got the trait Release the Wolves, where defeating an enemy doubles the number of projectiles per burst for a short period of time. You'll recall back in Destiny 1, I do believe getting the kill allowed your teammates to heal themselves a little bit faster. So it's interesting to see that its new ability gives you an increased number of projectiles per burst for a short period of time when you defeat an enemy. This weapon is definitely a surprise. But I guess when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense to bring a lot of the reef-centered exotics back to the game. Speaking of which, the next exotic that we're seeing is the Queenbreaker. That's right, the old school Queenbreaker's bow is coming back in Forsaken. This was one of the game's OG linear fusions before linear fusions were really a thing, and it's got the Wire Rifle perk, where it fires a long-range precision arc bolt that blinds enemies on hit. And of course, it's got the hipfire grip, which is an ergonomic grip that increases accuracy and stability when firing from the hip. But what's interesting is it looks like you'll be able to swap between hipfire grip and quick draw when you finally get your hands on this weapon. As well as the classic combat sights and marksman sights that allowed you to swap between long range and close range combat scopes. Which is not too bad of a change at all. Very excited to see the Queenbreaker's bow return in Destiny 2 as the newly christened Queenbreaker. I guess they had to drop bow from the name to not confuse it with other actual bows within the game. Next up, we've got a brand new exotic in the WAVESPLITTER. This is an exotic Void Trace Rifle. That's right, we're finally getting one of those. It's got the perk Harmonic Laser, which states laser damage has 3 power levels that oscillate while the trigger is held down. And it's got the trait Supercharged Battery. Collecting an orb of light grants a short period of maximum power that starts with an automatic reload. And I have to say, that sounds really interesting, so it looks like the longer you hold this down, the stronger it gets. And if you take a look at the stats here, this is a pretty interesting weapon. It's got 100 recoil direction and 100 overall aim assist, which definitely makes this a unique weapon. I'm super excited to finally have a Void Trace Rifle within the game. Prometheus Lens and Cold Heart are fan favorites right now, and it's about time we completed the trio by getting ourselves some Void stuff. But alright, that's it for some of the brand new exotic weapons being added to the game. There's some real surprises in there like Queenbreakers and Chaperone making its return, but we've also got some brand new exotic armor to check out as well. Now, the textures for a lot of these aren't currently showing up within the game, but we can still see some of the special abilities coming with this stuff. First up for Titans, we've got the exotic Titan helmet, the One-Eyed Mask. This is coming with the ability Vengeance, which marks the enemy that dares to damage you. Track down and destroy your enemy for increased damage and an overshield. That's really interesting, so when you get hit with damage, the enemy that hits you is going to be marked. If you can track down and destroy that enemy, you'll gain increased damage and an overshield. It goes perfectly with the flavor text for this. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Next up, we've got a brand new pair of exotic Titan gauntlets, the URSA FURIOSA. And this sounds pretty freaking good. It comes with the perk Ursine Guard, which allows you to move faster while guarding when Sentinel Shield is active. And guarded damage converts to super energy when the super ends. So if you are a Sentinel Titan out there, you love to jump in front of your teammates, pop that shield, and then block damage for them, this is going to be the exotic gauntlet of choice for you. Guarded damage is going to convert directly to super energy when your super ends, meaning you'll get your super back even faster. Fantastic ability. Next up, we've got the exotic Titan chest armor, Heart of INMOST Light, to go along with the Helm of INMOST Light. This comes with the perk Overflowing Light. Using a grenade, melee, or barricade ability empowers you, granting increased damage and resistance. While empowered, the next ability you use has faster regen, which is definitely an interesting ability. Anytime you have an exotic that kind of leads you into utilizing your abilities and then giving you those abilities back faster, I'm always down for that. Next up, we've got the ANTAEUS wards. This exotic Titan leg armor is something we actually got to see a little sneak peek of in one of the previous videos. They grant you the reflective vents. You get improved slide, and sliding reflects incoming projectiles. Reflecting projectiles grants you super energy, meaning you're going to want to sprint and slide basically everywhere you go. For hunters, you get a new pair of exotic gauntlets titled the OATHKEEPER. These come with adamantine brace, where bows charge faster and charges can be held indefinitely. So when Forsaken drops, if you're somebody out there who really enjoys using bows, these might work pretty well for you. Next up, we get the Shards of GALANOR, which is a new pair of exotic hunter gauntlets. These come with the perk Sharp Edges. Hits and kills with Blade Barrage will return super energy after the super ends. Blade Barrage is of course one of the brand new supers for Hunter. It's the new Gunslinger subtree, where you kind of pull out the flaming exploding knives, you throw them, they track enemies, and then they detonate. So getting hits and kills with that super while wearing these gauntlets will return super energy after your super ends. I'm starting to see a theme here between this and the previous Titan gear. Not too bad at all. After that, we've got the GWISIN Vest Exotic Hunter Chest Armor. This comes with Roving Assassin. Each spectral blade's kill you make before going into stealth will restore more of your super energy. So again, another exotic piece of armor that's helping you to get more time within your super. I'm always okay with that. After that, we've got the exotic hunter chest armor, the 6th Coyote. This gives you double dodge, which, just like the name says, gives you a second dodge charge. We got to see some of that in a previous trailer as well. After that, for Warlocks, we've got the new exotic Warlock gauntlets, the CONTRAVERSE Hold. These come with the perk Chaotic Exchanger, where charging your grenade with chaos accelerant, consume, or radioactive will give damage resist. Charged grenade hits return a random amount of grenade energy. Again, building into ability usage and then ability recharge rates. Good stuff. After that, we've got the exotic warlock chest piece, the Chromatic Fire. This is one I'm super excited about. This gives you Crystalline Transistor, where precision kills with your kinetic weapon create an explosion in the element of your equipped subclass. Yeah, Firefly for every kinetic weapon in the game if you're wearing this exotic warlock chest piece. I don't need to spend too much time talking about that. It's an amazing ability that I personally can't wait to try out. After that, we've got the Phoenix Protocol. This exotic warlock chest armor grants you Battle Heart. Kills and assists you make while standing in your Well of Radiance return super energy. So again, another exotic that's all about utilizing the abilities of your class and then having that feed directly back into your super. Using your super, getting your super. I love that sort of feedback loop. And then finally, we have the exotic warlock leg armor, the GEOMAG stabilizers. These come with the perk Close Enough. When Chaos Reach super energy is almost full, sprinting will top it off. Which, if I can stop right there, that's already fantastic. So if you're at like maybe 90%, 95% of your super, you can sprint just a bit, boom, you'll get what you need rather than having to kill something or pick up orbs of light. Fantastic. But also, damaging enemies with Chaos Reach extends its duration. This sounds super cool. We already know Chaos Reach is basically the new Stormcaller super, the big Kamehameha beam. And so now we know dealing damage with that can extend the duration. I wonder exactly how long you can keep that thing going if there's a particularly long line of thralls in front of you. It's going to be interesting to test that one out. But alright Guardians, there we go. That's a lot of the new weapons and armor that have been found within the database. There's a lot more stuff in there. I tried to skip over the exotics that we've already been through the perks for and whatnot, and just take some time to focus on some of the new stuff, the surprises like the Queenbreaker, the Lord of Wolves, Chaperone, all making a return, and some of the awesome new armor that we're going to be getting when Forsaken goes live. I think a lot of this stuff looks really cool, and it's really interesting that we're going to be getting even more exotics later down the line. They've already confirmed that alongside the annual pass content, stuff like Penumbra, stuff like Joker's Wild, and the Black Armory that's going to be going live in December of this year, we're going to be getting new exotics, new legendaries, all kinds of new weapons, armors, and other things within the new seasons and the new content releases that are down the line. So I cannot wait to see what's going to be coming with all that. But alright, that's it for this one, Guardians. That's the new stuff. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. There's so much news dropping right now that it's kind of hard to stay on top of all of it. But don't worry, your boy TBL is going to give it his best shot. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'm BlackLink. You Guardians, stay frosty.